today and tomorrow, different cities around the world. What we want to do today is help the public to understand the alternative practice known as homeopathy. Homeopathy has become popular as people have sought natural remedies for their ailments. And we support this. We support people seeking out natural remedies. But we also believe that it is critical for people to make evidence-based decisions with matters as important as their health.
Oh, I know. I don't know what I'm protesting.
Hopefully people will have a much better understanding of homeopathy after today and be better prepared to evaluate the claims made by homeopaths. When purchasing homeopathic remedies, people often think that they're buying some herbal or other natural ingredients. They don't realize that the vast majority of homeopathic preparations contain no active ingredients whatsoever. These preparations are sold with the claim that they cause no side effects, which is true, but of course that's mainly because there are no medical effects either. Now, to demonstrate this truth today, a number of volunteers here will be overdosing by taking the full bottle of homeopathic preparations. Now, just before they're about to ingest them, they will be inspected to make sure that they're safe, and we will tell you what they are and what they're supposed to be treating. As well, we are going to demonstrate here the method that is used to create a homeopathic preparation. We're going to create our very own sleeping pills right here today. And when we finish creating them, anyone who wants to can choose to take some of the homeopathic remedy we've just created. Now, I want to say for the record, some homeopaths claim that you cannot overdose on their treatments because taking the recommended dosage is what actually makes them effective. But I want to tell you that the creator of homeopathy, Samuel Hahnemann, wrote that you can overdose on homeopathic preparation. Here's what he wrote. A medicine, even though it may be homeopathically suited to the case of disease, does harm in every dose too large. The more harm, the larger the dose. So we know that we can overdose on homeopathic preparations if they are indeed effective. That's what we're going to do today. So we're going to get our volunteers ready to start their overdose if everyone can take out their homeopathic remedies. And I want to state for the record that everyone here is a volunteer. They're here of their own accord. They're fully aware of what homeopathy is. CFI, the Center for Inquiry, and ASR, the Association for Science and Reason, we're not forcing anyone to overdose on homeopathy. We're not prescribing anything. Alright, so if our volunteers want to come over here, everyone take out their homeopathic preparations. These are all store-bought. They're in their original vials. They have not been opened. Dr. Bazad here is going to check each one of our vials to make sure that it is in fact a homeopathic preparation and that it is what it says it is. This is mine. This is actually to treat stage fright, which we thought was apropos because I'm actually the MC and, you know, it's a little bit harrowing getting up in front of all these people. So mine is to treat stage fright. I'm going to be downing this whole bottle. Do you want to just check it out?
Sugar pill.
Sugar pill. And it's unsealed. Everyone can see it has not been opened. I'm going to open mine and start taking them while everybody else goes through. Explain what it is that you're going to be taking. Sleeping pills.
What's in that?
Diluted passion fruit.
Yeah.
Diluted chamomile.
Yeah.
I got two here.
Oh no, I didn't bring
Cassia cruda for sleeping pills. And the arsenicum album is supposed to treat smelly diarrhea. Arsenic? What's next? I'm taking arsenic today. Oh, 30C arsenic. 30C arsenic? Yeah. So it's oh my gosh, that's okay. It's overdose. That's okay. It's a sugar pill. That's right. Yeah. You're not diabetes.
I can't even get mine out.
I'm taking mercury.
Alright.
Mercury is supposed to treat a sore throat.
Yes, exactly.
I yelled too much yesterday, so I guess now I'm going to yell even more.
They're delicious.
This is actually in the wrong thing.
Cheers.
I didn't realize that.
They really do taste like candy. They taste like sugar pills.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. Because it was in the wrong slot. So I don't know what it's not going to do to me, but.
Hey, here we go.
All right. Well,
The recommended dosage of mine is 5 granules. I'm making them a bottle.
Anyone experienced with this? It's the truck.
You get thousands of these bottles, and they would have a molecule of the active
Nothing but sugar.
no, you're the gross.
Has everyone had their homeopathic remedies inspected by the doctor? Has everyone taken them?
Everyone taking them?
Yeah, I'm working on it too.
There's a trick to take the pop off the top.
Yeah. I'm just
You want to overdose on homeopathy? Stick around. We're actually eating some sleep remedy over here. And when we're finished, you can down some. We're going to show you how it's done.
It's all fucking
We're gonna try. Anyway.
Homeopathic drugs for overdoses.
Okay, so everyone, we're going to keep checking in with our volunteers to see how they're feeling. So far, I'm still feeling a little stage frighty, but I've just taken the full bottle, so we'll see what happens. What we're going to do in the meantime is make our own homeopathic preparation, but first, I'm going to explain a little bit about homeopathy so that what we're doing makes sense. Well, as much as it can make sense, right? Homeopathy was invented in the late 1700s as an alternative to the conventional medicine of the time, which was still largely based on the theory that the body had 4 tumors
I didn't really
that needed
volunteer to
be
do this
balanced
for the rest
bring
of the
body back to
afternoon.
health. Now, lucky for us, conventional medicine has advanced spectacularly since that time. It's incorporated the basic understandings of biology, like the cellular nature of life and the fact that pathogens can cause disease. The principles of homeopathy, however, have not changed since the late 1700s and still reflect a pre-modern understanding of human health and disease. Homeopathy is fundamentally based on the law of similars, which states that to cure an ailment that has a certain set of symptoms, you need to find a substance that causes those same symptoms. So for example, if you're having trouble sleeping, homeopathy says you need to find something that would normally keep you awake. Prepare that as a treatment. Since coffee keeps you awake, coffee bean extract is a common ingredient used to make homeopathic sleeping pills. We'll be using that today to make our preparation. But you can't simply drink unprepared coffee and expect to fall asleep. That would be silly. No, the second principle of homeopathy holds that to use an ingredient as a treatment, you need to dilute it. And importantly, the more you dilute it, the stronger the potion becomes. In order to ensure that they're strong enough, most ingredients are diluted to the point where there is no longer any of the original ingredient left. Now you may think that this is silly, and you'd be right. There is absolutely no reason to believe that a medical effect can be caused by water that used to have an ingredient in it. But herein is another key principle of homeopathy. Homeopaths claim that the water somehow retains the imprint or memory of the substance. Now, I don't know how many of you here are like physicists or chemical engineers or biologists. I myself am a publicist, but even I know that water does not have a memory. So, since studies have proven that homeopathic remedies do not contain a single molecule of active ingredient, homeopaths claim that science has not yet figured out how or why homeopathy works. Clearly, they don't require science to prove how the remedies work, but they do invoke science in the process of creating their homeopathic remedies. Now, there's a ritual followed to create the preparation. A ritual that homeopaths claim enables pure water to act as a medicine. We will lead you through this process as we create our own preparation. Now, we're going to start with a coffee extract. I believe We got some espresso from Starbucks. It's pure coffee extract. And we're going to create a sleeping remedy. So Ian and Janessa are going to begin. Okay, they began already. So this is our first dilution. Now remember, these are the actual methods that homeopaths use to create the preparation. So he put 1 part of the active ingredient in 100 parts of water. Once it's been added, they have to perform what homeopaths claim is the crucial step. They have to shake the solution. This is called succussion by homeopaths, and it's supposed to transfer the coffeeness of our coffee bean extract to the water. Now, traditionally, the succussion is done by hitting the solution 10 times hard against a solid object with a little bit of give. Homeopathy's creator preferred to use a leather-bound copy of the Bible. We today are using a copy of Carl Sagan's The Demon Haunted World. So that's our first succession. Homeopathic preparations are created in ratios of repeated dilutions. We will be creating a 30C preparation today, which is one of the most common and one of the most potent. The C stands for 100.
Excuse me, please.
That means we'll be mixing 1 part of coffee extract to 100 parts of water. The 30 means we will do that 30 times using the dilution we've just created as the ingredient for the next dilution. Now, as you can imagine, the original ingredient will disappear very quickly as we continue to dilute the solution.
Lucy,
Now, to help us keep track of how diluted it is, we're going to roll out numbers once in a while just to let you know what ratio we're at. So we're at 2C, and he's just putting 2C into 3C. At 3C, that's 1 part of the original substance, the coffee extract, to 100,000 parts of water. Now, homeopaths claim that their solutions work, but there is no good scientific evidence for those claims. As we all know, anecdotes are not evidence. We have learned to design experiments to remove bias. When we look at homeopathic evidence, a small number of studies have been conducted testing homeopathic therapies, and some have found effects and others have not. But when evaluating evidence for homeopathy, it's important to note that there is a large variance in the quality of studies that have been conducted, ranging from small, poor, uncontrolled, and poorly randomized studies to those that are considered gold standard in medical research, randomized, controlled, double-blind trials. Richard Feynman, the great Berkeley physicist, said that if an effect were real in a poor study, a better designed study would make the effect bigger. But we have the opposite when it comes to homeopathic studies. The better the study, the smaller the effect. What number are we at?
5C.
5C. We're going to check in with some of our overdosers to see how we're feeling. Remember, I took the stage fright. Recommended dosage was 5 granules. I took the entire bottle. I feel perfectly fine. Anyone?
I took sleeping pills and I feel wide awake.
I'm okay. I'm good.
Did you take sleeping pills?
Sleeping pills, yeah. I'm actually more awake than I was before, so.
Yeah. Yeah, my mouth does taste a little sweet. Now again, this is actually how homeopaths create homeopathic remedies. This is literally what they do. Except for the Carl Sagan. Exactly. Now I'm going to let them continue